A gimbal-based stabilizer gives your videos and films a high production value. There are many gimbal-based stabilizers in the market, but my choice is the Flycam HD-5000 with micro-balancing features from Flyfilms. That, along with the comfort arm and vest from Flyfilms, makes using the stabilizer for extended periods an effortless affair. The Flycam HD-5000 has its own quick release plate, which if you want, you can always replace with your own. The micro adjustment knobs give you precise control over the final balance. The whole Flycam HD-5000 unit comes in its own high-quality customized bag, which makes this whole unit very portable and easy to carry. The Flycam HD-5000 unit can stabilize cameras up to 5 kgs. So for extended operations, you might want to buy a comfort arm and vest from Flyfilms. The comfort arm and vest comes with its own set of arm vest connectors and a spring-based arm. Overall, the vest is made out of very high-quality material.
So the next piece of gear which I would like to introduce you is to my gimbal-based stabilizer. It is called as the Flycam HD-5000 with micro balancing features. Now this is a gimbal-based stabilizer.
This type of stabilizers can give amazing cinematic quality to your shots. Almost giving you a feeling that a camera is floating in midair. This is great for both character and environment shots. The Flycam system is one really stable system, and I love it compared to other systems which I've used. For it provides far more stability, and it is very good for using heavy cameras.
So the first time it was this type of stabilizer was used in a film called Rocky, and it was invented by for that film, and it really changed cinema from there on, because no longer your camera had to be set up on a crane or it had to be set up on a track system really. So this is an amazing piece of equipment, and it can really do a lot of cool cinematic shots. Now this Flycam comes in a bag like this, so you can easily dismantle this. You can remove the top portion and the portion which you can see below. You can easily remove that, and you can fit everything in a bag. So it's a very portable system. So that's one of the reasons why we like this product. Then the other thing which we get along with this product are these weights. Yeah, and these weights are great because this system by itself can handle up to 5 kgs of weight. So any camera which is weighing around 5 kgs along with the lens, you can stabilize with this system. Yeah. The other thing which I would like to tell you is like these wings can easily be removed from side, and it helps in stabilizing the system even more. Also along with this you get something like this. This is like a table clamp which you get along with this system, and this helps you really quickly in balancing out your system on the field, and it makes your job much easier. So how would you go about balancing such a system, and what is the science behind this? So basically the science behind such as any gimbal based system is that your camera weight and your weight of the stabilizer should be more or less equal. So when it is equal, as you can see, this point is your gimbal, yeah, and this gimbal is like a big equal to sign. So as soon as your weight is equal, you will realize that now your stabilizer is almost floating in the air, and you can literally control it the way you want. So you can walk along with this, you can take shots whichever way you want, and it's an amazing system once you have mastered it. The biggest problem people have is with balancing this system. So I will go ahead and show you how we balance this system. So generally this system, it comes in 3 parts. So you can see this is the platform. Yeah, this is where we generally put our camera, and what we have got, which Flycam has provided, is like a quick release plate which you can attach on top of this. If you have your own quick release plate, then you can even attach your own quick release plate, so you can do that totally. Then you have this rod which can be increased in length, and we can do that in order to balance the camera. And the third part is this wings along with weights, where you can put like this weights which you have here. So you can totally put them over here, and you can screw it up. And the only thing you have to remember is whenever you're putting your weights, you need to be equal. So if you put one weight over here, you need to have one weight over here. If you have 2 weights over here, you need to have 2 weights over here. You cannot have 1 weight here and 2 weights here, because otherwise the system will become unstable. And if you have LCD monitors or something like that, you can totally put them over here, but see to that you balance it up by putting equal amount of weight over here. So we go ahead and put this camera, which I've already put a quick release plate onto this system. So let me just remove it. And yeah, go ahead, lock it safely. See to that it's properly locked, because that is the key. You don't want to drop your camera. So now we have gone ahead and put this camera on top of that. Yeah, so the next thing which you have to do is, the way we balance this thing is a 3-step process. So first we are doing the horizontal balance, then we have to set up the vertical balance, which includes putting weights or increasing or decreasing the size of this post, and the third we need to do is again a final horizontal check. So the way we do our horizontal balance is, you have this knobs which you can see. Yeah, so this is your knob for adjusting the left and the camera right movement. So if you want your camera move to the left, you need to put it anti-clockwise. If you want it to move towards the right, you put it clockwise. And then you have your this knob, which is like your forward and backwards knob. So in case you want the camera to move in the forward direction, again put it clockwise. If you want it backwards, then you move it anti-clockwise. And what you can see over here are the locks. Okay, so once you release this locks, you can easily now balance the camera the way you want. So say you want to bring the camera a little bit behind, you can totally do that. Okay, if you want your camera to go in the front, you can turn the knob and you can rotate it clockwise, and the camera move in forward direction. Same way, if you want to move the camera towards the right, you could totally do that by going this way. Now if you want to balance it and you want it to move towards you want to move it to the right, you can rotate it clockwise, and you have your camera going right towards the right. So now you have pretty much balanced the whole rig. The next thing which you do is you lock this stops. Yeah, so you lock this stops once you have achieved your balance. Okay, and now you remove it like this. Yeah, and now you can see your camera is more or less balanced, and you can move around with it. But is it fully stable? You will have to do a drop time test. So that is your next step, which is your vertical balancing. So what you have to do is you have to calculate the time from point A to point B, which is up to your stomach. So just check how much time does it take. So if I quickly do a check, then it should take around 3 seconds. So yes, we are getting that slow drop. So let's just check T1000, T2000, T3000. So you're getting like around 3 seconds, which is very good. If you are getting, say you're getting a drop time of less than 3 seconds, that means you need to reduce the length of this pose. If it is, say, you're getting a time like around 6 seconds drop time or 5 seconds drop time, you could go ahead and easily increase the length of this pose. So this length of this pose can go up to 73 centimeters, and at its default it is like 55 centimeters. The other thing which you could do is, say if your camera moves in this direction like that, yeah, that means your top is heavier than the camera, so you could decrease weight if you have more weight. So yeah, this is something you will need to practice. And one of the other tips which I can give you when you're doing your balancing, especially once you have got your balance pretty much there along with the drop time, you need to go ahead and put this again and rebalance the entire horizontal balance again. So basically fine tune it, and also you need to switch on your camera, take out your cap, you know, try and set the focus the way you want, because seriously you need to do all these steps, because otherwise even a slight change from how you would be shooting would put your balance off and your shots would look wobbly. So you need to do these steps, and so this all does take a little bit time. So we use it in our documentary situation in a very special scenarios when we have a little bit more time and we are trying to cover some hero shots for our documentary. The other thing which I want to tell you is that this wing which you can see, you can totally remove these knobs and you can put it extended sideways, and this would even make the whole stabilization process much easier, and you will get much more stable results. Yeah, take it in your hands and it is almost ready to fly now. So again, this is a 2-arm operation, so your main arm, your left or your right hand, whichever hand you're comfortable with, is used to carry this system, and your other 2 fingers are pretty much your guiding fingers, and you have to keep it as gentle as possible, not hold this whole thing too tight, but keep it as gentle as possible, and you can really go ahead and take the shots you require. Yeah, over time if you have to do extended takes, then you are better off also taking something like this, which actually you get along with this product, or you could buy it separately, or you could buy it with the product. So this is what you call as a comfort arm and vest. The whole idea of this is it comes like a jacket, as you can see. Yeah, so you could literally put it in a matter of seconds. You could just remove this jacket and you could strap it to your body, yeah, like so, and see to that it is as tight as possible to your body fit. So it has to be as tight as possible, and you could obviously decrease or increase according to your comfort level. The next thing it comes is with this arm which you attach, okay, and then you have this spring, okay, which you basically attach this way, okay, and this is a spool adapter which comes along, and now you could put your entire system over here and it is good to go. So now you can actually remove your arm and your arms are free. Now this is a lever which will allow you to increase or decrease the tension. So you could totally decrease the tension and totally decrease the height, and you could go ahead and move along with this. So this is great for that, but be mindful of the fact that do not reduce entirely the tension, because that means every wobble which your body is going to make is going to be felt over here, and that is what we are trying to reduce. So try and keep your tension of your spring such that the wobbles don't come through and you don't feel those wobbles over here. That's about it. I can talk about like the Flycam HD-5000. It's a great piece of equipment and it can give you some really cinematic shots. And before closing, the only 2 tips I can really give you is extend these wings as far as possible in order to get the best stabilization as quickly as possible. And also, when you're using something like this, you need to realize that it's not only an operation where you use the tool, but also your own body. So you will need to train your body in order to move as smoothly as possible. And always when you're shooting with a gimbal based equipment like this one, you need to have someone watching your back so that you don't fall across, and you need to scan your terrain where you are going to use this equipment before going ahead and using this equipment, or you could have a really bad accident. And the last thing is you need to wear some comfortable shoes or something, so your operation is as safe as possible. Yeah, so that's all I can say about this stabilizer. It's a great stabilizer for the cost, and it does some really amazing shots. A cute little model, and she wants to run in the field, so let us go behind her and shoot her with this, and let's do that now.
The 3 tips I could give any users using gimbal based system is: 1. Opt for wide angle lenses, as the shots will look much better opposed to using longer focal lengths. 2. Use slow-mo if shots allow, as it will bring extra stabilization to your shots. 3. The whole gimbal based operation is like a dance. It takes a lot of training and effort to get it right. It takes time to get comfortable with such a system, so keeping patience is a must. So I hope you have enjoyed these sets of videos. Please subscribe to our channel. Also, I provided links for the stabilization system in the description below. So enjoy and keep filming.